What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Broadcasting this Sunday evening. Appreciate everybody joining in. Shout out Jeremy Goulart, Perfect Sensory Sister, and everybody else that's in the stream. Princess Pie Plays Bass. What's going on? Got a video coming out of Arlington, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington, Texas. It's from Facebook. The page name is Carol Harrison Lafayette. That's the page name right there. Give y'all a little chance to check it out if you want to. Carol Harrison Lafayette. Her daddy is going through some things with Arlington police. They give them their fair share of grievance and protests. Sergeant White from Arlington Police Department escalated a civil call and tried to make my father a criminal. She is very unprofessional and needs training. Too many people get sent to jail and prison by police officers who abuse their authority and escalate on the scene. I am so disappointed in this African American police officer who is a sergeant. We got to stop this behavior by video and standing up. She lied on me in the video and said I hit her. I didn't touch her. That's how dangerous she can be. She lied on this video. Accountability is needed. If you are a police officer, please serve with integrity. It's a disgrace to any police department having bad officers who abuse their authority. She was a sergeant who made the decision to violate my dad's civil rights on a civil matter when no crime was committed. It's terrible when police officers don't leave. They true character. That is bad conduct when they put on a uniform. We need good officers in our community. Enough is enough. And if you think she said a mouthful right there, wait till what you hear her say in this video. Stay tuned. I'm about to play this joint right now. Let me turn this music down for y'all. Let's go.
This sister here escalated Facebook Live. A sister, a black sister escalated this with my dad. A sister.
He hit me twice. I said, you ought to have them on.
Charles Harrison.
You ought to have your camera. You need your camera, you need your body cam, and you ought to go in your video.
Yeah, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You hit me. I'm 78 years old.
This sister, y'all, in uniform. I want the world to see. I want the world to see this sister right here. She's the one that escalated this. Your sister, a police officer from Arlington, a Sergeant White, escalated this. And I asked her to leave. She escalated this with my dad, y'all. He's not on his meds. He's due to check out on tomorrow in the hotel. I mean, he paid for it. This has been blown out of proportion. It's been blown out of proportion, y'all, by this sister. And I was trying to explain to her what I do. And she came on the scene trying to play Big Bad Wolf because she's black.
You're a racist. You're a racist.
Yeah.
So before we continue, we have to understand that these two people, they're upset. So everything they say, we probably not going to be in agreement with. I know I'm not in agreement with everything they say, but I can understand that they're upset. So what we got is Arlington Police, okay? We got a daughter and a dad. We got a dual situation going on, two separate situations, all the same thing. We have the dad inside the motel room who's arguing with a police officer who put his hands on him, 78 years old, ladies and gentlemen. We have the daughter outside the hotel room who has an issue with the sergeant, Sergeant White. I just read that to y'all in the description. She's the one who initially violated the father's rights. Let's continue on.
I don't even check you ain't so you
Daddy.
So you ain't me.
Daddy. Please, Daddy. Daddy.
Disgrace to it.
Come on.
Let's get you checked out.
You can check him out. Wait,
Daddy.
check
Daddy.
him out. When you finish with
So he's directing his anger towards this officer right here, the one with the shades on. He's the one who went hands-on with the 78-year-old black man. Arlington, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington police.
I don't want your blood pressure to skyrocket.
That man ain't got to
No, don't talk to her. This woman, I asked her to leave. Don't talk to her. Do not talk to her, Robert. She escalated everything, and she's gonna be held accountable. Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her, Robert. Do not talk to her. She escalated this. Yeah. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, sister.
You keep telling me you don't.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You are a police officer, and you should be trained in mental health.
So this lady, the daughter, she's giving this sergeant her issue, her fair share of protests is being directed to this sergeant because she's disappointed with the unprofessionalism, and she says a few choice words as we go into this video. I want to ask you guys, do you agree or don't you agree when I ask you certain things that she said in the video? But she said a few choice words and she basically was putting the sergeant on blast. She was disappointed about the professionalism. She tried to violate the father's civil rights. This is what we go through in this country, okay? When it comes to people of color trying to go on their everyday lives and engaging with police at the same time, this is what happens, You get a lot of inequality.
You have been the only one that's been professional. Yeah, you've been the only one that's been professional. It's okay. You have been the only one. No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna close the room door right now.
Well, y'all have claimed it.
You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this.
Repeating the same thing over and over.
Okay. Yeah.
Look how smug this police officer is. Let me just turn this music down just a little bit so you guys could pretty much hear what they're saying in the video. But the daughter was saying, you're not going to do this. This is not going to continue to go down, especially with this situation with my daddy right here. This smug police officer had a nerve to respond by saying repeating the same thing over and over is not going to make a change. This is how much they care, okay? And you know what? The crazy part about it is what he's saying is it's probably 90% true. But this shows the disdain that they have for the public when they deal with the public in their official capacity. Arlington, Texas, Arlington police. Let's go.
He's been the only professional one.
Don't you ever put your hand on. You want to kill her. You'll kill a black person.
Wow.
So
you will shoot a black for nothing.
Like I was telling you.
This is old school words coming out, ladies and gentlemen. This is words of an old school gentleman, 78 years old. You hear what he say? He said, you are a killer. You a straight killer.
Well, y'all have claimed it.
You're not gonna do this.
You need to bring
You're not gonna do this.
Repeating the same thing over and over.
With a uniform.
Change the outcome.
Yeah. He's been the only professional one.
Don't you ever put your hand on. You want to kill her. You'll kill a black person. You'll shoot her.
So
you will shoot a black person.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth that they don't want the Facebook world to hear, the YouTube world to hear. Those words right there that man just said is so true and cutting, okay? And this is why I go through so much red tape with my platforms, because I show you this real time, and I show you how it go down, the inequality, the racism, okay, the over excessive force. They don't care about you. So you better start caring about each other. When you see this stuff go down, pull out your camera and record, because if you keep walking on, you might hear about 20, 25 minutes later that they killed him. Let's go.
Well, y'all have claimed it.
You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this.
Repeating the same thing over and over.
With a uniform.
Change the outcome.
Yeah. He's been the only professional one.
Don't you ever put your hand on. You want to kill her. You'll kill her. You'll shoot her.
So
you will shoot a black for nothing.
Like I was telling you.
You the guy that shoot a black for nothing.
He said you would shoot a black person for nothing. He's talking to the officer in the shades. He said, "You the kind that will shoot a black person for nothing." A lot of people always say, "Well, I gotta be about race. Why I gotta be all right?" Well, listen, this man been around. Okay, he been around the block plenty of times. 78 years old. Texas, the state of Texas. Need I say more? He's been around. He's seen it. I'm only 43. I haven't seen half of what he saw. I'm going to listen to that man, and I'm going to stay away from that crazy cop.
Put your hand on me for nothing.
I agree. He seems to be highly agitated.
Put your hand on me. Go through hours.
Is he having tomorrow?
That man is better with his hand.
He said what?
He didn't have to come on with his hand. Don't you ever touch me. You lost your mind. You disrespect that uniform. And that badge. What's wrong with you?
So
You more crazy than I am. You need to be kicked out.
okay.
You just a disgrace to that uniform. And that badge. You need to take it off.
That's why when I call
You violated unactive. You're unactive. You're unactive. But put your hands on me, don't touch me when I'm in the right. Keep your hands off of me. You ain't no police officer. You got real police officer. You put your hand on all steady and go person. Because you want to. You got a bad. That don't mean you're right.
Shout out John Denicola and everybody else in the chat. I don't want you guys thinking I'm ignoring you. I see all y'all. I'm going to try to run y'all names down as soon as possible. I just don't want to digress from what we got going on our screens here. But John Denicola says, these guys are as bad as the constables out there in Texas. Wow. Also, Princess Pie Plays Bass says, I lived there too. Had cops come to the wrong door and stuck their foot in the door. Even after they knew it was the wrong place, they shoved their way into just to check. Oh yeah, they got to go all the way with it. You know, once they started, they got to go all the way in. You know, it's pretty much just like a basic date rape. All right. Once they start to violate, they have to finish the violation all the way to the end. That's how they go. Let's go.
You ain't no police officer. You're a hand. You shouldn't got no pay to use that. You don't need it on. Take it off. You're bad too. You're a disgrace too. You're a disgrace to that. You ain't doing it. You should have touched me.
I'm just concerned with him and his man.
You ain't concerned about me. That's a damn lie. Don't tell that lie. How you concerned about me? Back here on my shoulder. You ain't concerned. You're a lie.
My dad is not on his medicine, y'all, and he is having a mental breakdown right
now. You're the
now.
guy that shoot a black man for nothing. You're that guy.
Probably got some people out there wondering, well, he's being loud, he's being disorderly. Look how he's hollering at the police. Eyes on Blue Blood's education on you, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot suppress no one's human voice, especially when they've been wrong like this 70-year-old man. This 78-year-old man, civil rights was violated. He's hollering up to the top of his lungs. And guess what? These police officers got to take it. They cannot be the complainant. They cannot be the complainant of a disorderly. Okay? They cannot be the complainant of him raising his voice, being upset. No, not at all. He has every right to redress his grievances. And he can do it as loud as he wants. Shout out Harold Shields for sure.
So
you don't need that uniform on that bag. You put your hand on it. 7-8-year-old man for nothing.
I'm concerned about is obviously.
These people getting married to me. You don't go on that side. Stay away from me, boy.
You were supposed to check out.
So
I'm gonna tell Robert to go ahead and just move this stuff in the car.
Here's another option. The people up there, they're all right. I mean, they can organize your stuff.
He's gonna be triggered because they mess with his belongings. He got important papers.
Is he okay with you gathering his belongings?
I'm gonna tell Robert to.
Well, how about that? If you want to gather his stuff, and then given the extenuating circumstances of his marriage episode, I'm gonna see if we can talk up front, and then we'll see.
Okay.
Y'all interfere with me on the criminal charge.
Daddy.
Hold up. And on the civil matter, I got to use civil. I got to wait 6 months to get my money. But y'all gonna run me off together.
So he made an interesting point. He said, y'all intervened with me on the criminal side. Y'all violated my rights criminally, okay? In your individual capacity, each one of those officers that violated his rights can be sued for $5,000. Then you sue them in their official capacity, along with the police department. Arlington, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, Arlington Police. So he said that you intervened and violated my rights, and you intervened criminally. He said, but the thing about it is, it's always a wait for us. Civilly, I got to wait 6 months down the road, or even longer, to get my piece of the pie. You understand? It's always a waiting game for the people, okay? Make no mistake, purposely they got us waiting. Purposely, they keep shoving our cases all the way on down the line. This is by design. This is not happenstance. This isn't no coincidence. Nah. They do this. They always got a guard up to protect themselves. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
I understand the whole.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm gonna do.
This is a civil matter because he has his receipts and he paid up tomorrow, but they're going to go ahead and go with what the hotel people are saying. But it's really civil, and Daddy is not on his meds, and he does need to go. Yeah, that's what's going
I
on.
don't want to be.
The discrepancy about the hotel room that he's in, that's what they're speaking about. That's civil. The discrepancy of what's going on with this man and the management of the hotel, the motel, should I say. Them violating his constitutional rights was something totally different that did not need to be done, okay? Excessive force, I say. And I judge excessive force as if you do something to violate somebody's constitutional rights, that's excessive force. If you put cuffs on them when there wasn't no cuffs needed to be put on them, in my eyes, that's excessive force, okay? If it constitutes a lawsuit, it was excessive force, okay? You took somebody to jail, then you took them against their will. Excessive force.
Yeah. What can you say?
Well, I just said that I want him out though. I want him out.
I'm sorry.
I want him out. I want to get no room. What you saying?
What's your I just
Let me see that chair. You want to sit down? Can we?
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of got
But we check that. Him out.
Okay.
okay. Let me come through. Let me come through.
Now, we check that. I want him out.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And what is your name?
my name.
Yes,
It's Officer Heiser.
Officer Heiser.
This is the officer who the father is claiming assaulted him. He just gave him a good issue, cursed him out for at least good 4 or 5 minutes straight. We've seen that. And this is the issue that the dad has with him. The camera lady, who's the daughter, has an issue with Sergeant White. She's still out there, black female sergeant who also violated his constitutional rights and tried to criminalize the 78-year-old man.
That's elders, our elders. You got to live in You're home.
I appreciate all of y'all. You know, I really do. I'm disappointed in her, but I would deal with this with Internal Affairs and the Chief.
Sergeant White, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant White, the black female sergeant.
Yeah, because you shouldn't do that. See, we usually hear white officers being disrespectful and violating civil, not a sister. You should be better and take honor in your job. I'm real surprised at you. She's did an excellent job. All of them have. But people that's of color who had a lot of injustice happening to them, you're a younger lady. I have a son that's 32. They take pride. So when they're going through something like that, when they see somebody black, they get excited. Not saying that if someone is breaking the law, that you're supposed to be on their side, but you're supposed to be very, very professional.
What medicine does he take?
He takes a shot. I don't know the name of this once a month. A monthly shot. Yes. It's a shot. Okay.
I see there's a conversation back and forth about Arlington, Texas police having body cams or not. Well, let's find out. Does Arlington Police Department have body cams? Well, you know what? Let me stop that. Let me start that all over and say Arlington, Texas police. Does Arlington, Texas Police Department have body cams? So as of December 21st, 2017, Arlington Police Department launches full rollout of body camera program. The Arlington Police Department announced Thursday that it's issuing body cams to its more than 600 sworn officers, sergeants, and lieutenants. There we go, confirmed. Arlington, Texas does have body cams. And there goes the one that Princess Pie Plays Bass was talking about, the button body cams. How many police departments have this around the country? This is the first time I've seen this. I'm going to be honest with you. Do they have it in your city? Drop it in the comments.
It's a shot that he was given, and he has not had his shot in a while. A monthly shot. I don't really name. That's the ambulance.
I just want to make sure they diagnose it.
Right. Yeah. And I have the qualification of being a police officer. I always said, as a black officer, I would never be like you.
A lot of people would think that her going back to the sergeant and keep saying things is provocative and antagonistic. Oh no. Like I said, she has the right to redress her grievances, no matter how low down the totem pole the shit may roll down to. If it's the shitball of a sergeant who's violated a 78-year-old man's rights, if she's keep going back and saying little things, she got every right to do it. Every right. It's no antagonism. There's no provocatoring going on. She got a right to say what she wants. It's our human voice. We got a right to be as loud as we want to when it comes to redressing our grievances. And that's facts.
I mean, you don't want to talk,
okay.
But you keep.
I ask you to leave too. I ask you to leave. I ask you to leave. I called too. I called too. Sister, don't talk to me with your hands.
So you don't have to talk.
Calm that down.
You don't have to talk.
A badge and a gun should not make you arrogant like you are. You are already a sister. I'm older than you. You escalated this. You did. You escalated this. They did, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You do. You got to work on your tone. Working on your tone, babe. It don't take all that. You already.
As you can see, the sergeant doesn't have much to say, but deflecting words. She's not on focus on what the camera woman is saying. She's just saying, look, you're talking and all this, and you're still talking. That's unprofessionalism. Along with her speaking with her hands, that's unprofessional as well. Okay, she just shouldn't be out there like she's diddy bopping on the corner, putting her left and right hand up like she's flagging people down on the side of the road. No,
He wore a uniform and got a gun and a taser. No. Work on your tone and pray and ask God to help you because you're arrogant. And I'm checking you on it. Tone that down. You provide customer service and enforce the law and protect property. You're not above the law. You are a disgrace as an African American, as a police officer.
Wow.
A disgrace.
she's reaming her a new one.
I would ask if y'all wanted to know what I feel like that was said. Yeah, you agree. All right.
You want to beat me up when you really want to do y'all way.
My cousin Cheryl.
No, the reason for the delay, if those are wondering, there's a delay. This issue isn't about the civil matter, the civil rights violation, the civil matter. It's not about either one of those. Now it's about a medical situation because the daughter stated a few times over that he's off his meds. So she made them aware of that from the beginning. So that's what's going on now. But as that's being taken care of, they still keep bringing up the fact that civil rights violation happened and civil rights violation happened between both officers. The one we're looking at right now with the shades on and the black sergeant. Okay. The one with the shades on put his hands on the 78-year-old, and the black sergeant assisted with violating his rights as well. Also was trying to criminalize him. The woman recorded it, had it all on camera.
But she's a church.
The name of the channel is Carol Harrison Lafayette. I'm sorry, the name of the page on Facebook is Carol Harrison Lafayette. All right. Community leader, activist, coach, fact finder at Community Step UP. Study at Reformed Theological Seminary in Houston. Check that lady out. I came across the page, and I said, well, I'm going to show my folks. So that's where it's at. Y'all can get there.
She said she's in Georgia. She's way in Richardson. So hopefully, but I'm hoping that she'll go ahead. I'm hoping that he'll go ahead and go.
He's saying he wants to go, but not by them. So that's why they're saying if he doesn't want to go by ambulance, then we would have to have the power of attorney to say yes. That's.
I will go there with you. I will go. I will follow.
All I want to see all of
I hate to keep bugging y'all.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get this
y'all
situation.
got the document. Also got the document.
Shout out Billy Johnson.
And what y'all do, I want the document.
Jonathan Nicole. No.
And I'm gonna let him know.
Romy
But I
Randall.
want to put his hand on me and nobody say I'm only
Princess Pie, please.
And that's the manager. This is really a civil matter, y'all. It's a civil matter. Daddy got his receipt showing that he paid up, and the VA don't have no rooms, and so the manager says that they want him out, and it's really civil. But of course, officers are gonna violate people's civil rights, and I keep telling my dad, go ahead and leave, go to the hospital. The ambulance is here, and go ahead and handle it with the civil matter. You got your receipts. But this sister here, she comes out and escalated because I think she got an attitude. And that's what's wrong with African Americans. When we become police officers, we can't do that. She escalated everything. That's why I'm putting it on blast on Facebook. And she's an Arlington police officer. She escalated it. Yeah.
What she said. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to take it back one more time so y'all can hear the whole thing. She just said it. I'm taking it back so she can give y'all the summary of everything that happened.
Working on your time.
Also got the document. The reason I came here. And what y'all do, I want the document. But when I
Go to the hospital, the ambulance is here, and go ahead and handle it with the civil matter. You got your receipts. But this sister here, she comes out and escalated because I think she got an attitude. And that's what's wrong with African Americans. When we become police officers, we can't do that. She escalated everything. That's why I'm putting it on blast on Facebook. And she's an Arlington police officer. She escalated it.
Are you able to call your cousin? We're going to meet her.
Okay.
We're going to take it.
Right, Robert. Come here for a second. Let's go ahead and call Cheryl, the power of attorney. Let me see your phone real quick.
Because if we can't get a hold of her, they're not going to be able to transport her.
Okay. Hold on, I'm going to try to get a hold of the power of attorney. Okay. Her number is, y'all hold on one moment, don't go away because I need Facebook resume. Back on live. He got his receipts, and this is a civil matter. He got his receipts showing that he has a check out tomorrow. The VA don't have any rooms. He had been in Houston with my brother, and the VA don't have rooms. So they are wanting him to check out. So the Arlington police is siding on a civil matter with the manager, even though the daddy has his receipts. When I made the 911 call,
you're watching something unconstitutional in process, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching something that goes on every day in this country, and it's just totally looked over, okay? You got a business basically violating a patron, okay? And the police officers are on the scene siding with the business to, basically clear everything up real fast and, get all the negativity out the area. They will violate your constitutional rights. Okay? But you got to understand, you are individual. Businesses, police departments, they are way higher tier than what you are on. Okay? Their tier is 5 and 6 levels above you, individual. Okay? They violate your rights.
Let it be known that my dad does suffer from mental health, and he's not on his medication, but it's a civil matter. Everybody know I do conflict resolution. I also is a first responder for mental health, and I advocate for my family. The sister is the first one that came on the scene, and she escalated everything. And I asked her, she escalated everything.
This is division, right?
Yes, the Division of Roadway Inn. She escalated it. And we gotta quit this. If we're gonna be bridging the gap, it takes all officers, whether they black or white. And I want the world to see Arlington has one of the best mental health programs, but not all Arlington police officers are trained when it comes to mental health issues. And it's a sad thing when you have black officers who are representing as a police officer who escalates situations. It's a shame. And I am not going to let this go. It's going to be addressed. It will be addressed.
Name of the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. The name of the page on Facebook is Carol Harrison Lafayette. You got to forgive me. I keep saying channel because I'm used to broadcasting from YouTube on the Resistance, but I'm currently in YouTube jail right now for exposing 2 police officers and a security guard for jumping on a 9-year-old boy. So they felt as though that I should be in YouTube jail for that. But anyway, I digress. The name of the channel is Carol Harrison Lafayette. Check her out.
It's a disrespect, a major disrespect.
How much more does he have in the
When he gets off the phone with his power of attorney, we're going to move everything out.
Well, regardless of the power of attorney, we can go to the hospital.
Hardly nothing else.
That's what I'm trying to
He doesn't want to go until
Because his power of attorney is on the phone.
I'm gonna put him with the trash. Cause it is.
you want to get all this stuff out.
Okay, we're going to move everything
I'm
out.
gonna put the key where the trash go, cause it's trash. Let
Okay.
him get it out the trash.
Okay, they put them out. It's just a disgrace altogether with what people gotta go through who suffer from mental health. He has his receipts. This is a civil matter, and we have not overcome. And you people that
That's the daughter right there, the daughter of the 70-year-old gentleman who's recording. Shout outs to her, man. Shout outs to her. Okay, she's swimming through a whole bunch of sharks right now. Great thing they didn't do more than what they did. That camera, I'm pretty sure, prevented the officer with the shades from, committing more violations on that 78-year-old man. All right, that 78-year-old man laid him out verbally for putting his hands on him. She recorded and created objective record. That's what it's about.
are working with police departments, y'all are saying this is a civil matter. Officers should not never get involved in civil issues. That's why they got civil rights attorneys. When people start putting lawsuits on the city, police department, the city, they will quit this. It's a violation. It's a violation. It's a violation of his civil rights. They shouldn't even get involved in nothing. They are supposed to enforce the law, protect property, and provide customer service. This is a civil issue. This is a civil issue. They are siding with the manager, and he has his receipts. He's committed no crime.
The man got the receipts, and they still violating his constitutional rights. They just violating his rights all around. The man is paid up for a whole day, and they kicking him out the motel right then and there. He got a whole day to stay there, all the way up until the next day. They kicking him out. Police are assisting with the matter. This is what they do. Arlington, Texas, Arlington Police Department. They put their hands on a 78-year-old man. The woman recorded. She didn't get the abuse on footage, but they basically said it over and over and over to the police officers and cursed them out so long that they couldn't have been making it up.
And this black sister, a police officer, Officer Walsh, is the one that escalated it. They escalated. They come in here to escalate this. What is the wrong in this?
You violating the code of order because I don't like police violating the law, being a police, the whole law.
He's not on his medication, and they escalated this. He has his receipts. And these Arlington police officers, the black...
She mentioned that he's not on his medication, but, at this point, it doesn't even matter. Even if the police tried to make it a thing that he's not on his medication, they violated his rights. She said over and over, it's a civil matter, okay? They put his hands on him. Whether he has a medication situation going on or not, he still had the right to be mad about them violating his constitutional rights. That's what it comes down to.
Officer started all this. She is trying to violate his civil rights. He has his receipts. Police officers should never get involved in civil matters. They're the one that escalated. They triggered him. My daddy is the oldest civil rights leader here in this area. He came back.
Wow. Said he's the oldest civil rights leader in that area of Arlington, Texas, and this is what they doing to him. Wow. We watching history all the way black, ladies and gentlemen, still getting violated today. We watching history that dates back 50 years of activism. And the very person who started it in that area is still receiving violations today. That's crazy. Wow.
He served for this country, and we've got to get to the point to where we cannot allow officers to continue to do this.
Get him away from you. And when you get that, turn that uniform off. He's a disgrace to it.
He's a disgrace to the uniform.
Here in this area, he came back. He served for this country.
He's a disgrace to it. He's a disgrace to the uniform.
Trying to get all this stuff out of here. It's just bad. This is a bad look. And Arlington has one of the best mental health units. Tarrant County does. It's like a disgrace because when I met with the Arlington for mental health, I bridged the gap for mental health. And you, sister, you are a disgrace. I want the world to see you. This sister. Take a good look at her.
Sergeant White, Arlington Police Department. I mean, you think these people going to be out here making this up? She got the receipts that her father is able to stay there to the next day. They out there cursing police officers, out standing their ground. Do you think we do not have the footage of them actually committing a constitutional violation? But do you think that these people got 38 minutes to perform a goddamn play. Do y'all think that? No, that's what these people do in the uniforms. Okay, that's what the people do in the government. They the ones that stage shit and, produce plays. They the ones that do that shit. These people ain't hardworking people. You got the daughter and you got the dad. They're one of the original civil rights activists from that area, Arlington, Texas. Not time to be staging shit. This man needs to be on his medication. Yeah. They not making nothing up. This is what goes down every day. You'll have a police officer saying, oh yeah, we was being disorderly, we were being polite and respectful to him, and he just kept going off on the deep end. No, hell no. That's their narrative all around the land. That's bullshit. They the ones, that's the gangsters. They the ones that come through with their guns out, ready to kill. It's these pieces of shits right here that's causing the problems.
I think so.
She's the one, y'all.
You finished?
She's the one.
You what you need?
She is the one that escalated all this black officer did. Officer White from the Arlington Police Department is violating my dad's civil rights. She is, y'all. And she says she's a sergeant. The one that turned her back. The disrespect. And I will be addressing the disrespect.
Where do you want to get this one here? Well, I'm just trying to...
Thank you. The disrespect of Sergeant White.
Okay.
Let the world see.
I don't like the idea of police breaking the law.
Then she want to pose for the camera. You seen that shit right there? She tried to pose for the camera as if she's done nothing wrong. She know the camera on her, so she couldn't help her narcissistic self to pose for the camera real quick. They all cold-blooded pieces of shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up, all of them. White, black, red, yellow, green, and tan. Once they put that blue line around their waist, they all pieces of shit. And I doubles down on it.
Sergeant White.
Okay.
Let the world see.
I don't like the idea of police breaking the law.
Let the world see. A part of civil rights violation. Officer White, y'all. Give her a hand clap. Give her a hand clap, y'all. Yeah, give her a hand clap. She's violating his civil rights. She's called it. Sergeant Gill, he has his receipts, getting involved, triggering him, knowing he suffered from mental health. I hold police officers accountable for their actions, ma'am. That's my job. I do that, and you're going to be held accountable for your actions. Know that. Know that. You do not deserve to wear a badge or a gun as a police officer. She don't. She don't. And whatever she's trying to sneak and do, I want the world to see, because now she's easing in the room now. And when they make moves like that, after I ask her to leave, this is a civil issue, not a criminal. A civil. Officer Sergeant White is the one that created this.
The dad is in the room cursing them out, giving everybody a good layout. Daughter's outside recording. So if you're wondering who's in there making the noise, that's the dad. That's the one whose rights was violated.
This. And I'm letting the world see. She don't know who she dealing with.
These people are wrong. They're wrong what they're doing. You don't get nobody money and take it.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have been a white man. That one thing, I can anything on me.
She gonna be held accountable for her actions. Officer White, Sergeant White, she say. She is the one that escalated this. A black officer, a sergeant, violating his rights. He has his receipts, y'all. But they are siding with the manager. They're taking it on their own to break the law, and this is a civil issue, not a criminal. They all up in his room disrespecting this black sergeant is the one that escalated it. She yelled at me and I yelled at her. My voice is louder than hers. She thought that she could yell at me and I yelled louder than her and she got her issue. And it shouldn't even be like this. I'm supposed to be intimidated because she's an officer. I'm not intimidated. Shame on me and any citizen that will.
Shout out Charles Stark. Title 18 USC subsection 242. Loses qualified immunity. Surety bond forfeited. Title 42 USC subsection 1983.
Be intimidated by officers. They're supposed to provide customer service and help us. She created this hostile environment. She did. And this is Arlington Police. All the white officers are professional except for Sergeant White, the black officer. I'm letting it be known. She's the one that's escalated.
Shout out Low Resistor UK.
And everything. She's the one that violated his rights. They sent a black face and thought that they were going to react.
Resistor level is futile.
And it's a disgrace for a black officer. A sister is that. And when I said sister to her, she said, I'm not your sister.
Oh, I can take that a whole bunch of ways right there, but I'm not. I'm just going to say, I'm going to make a statement. I'm just going to say that's how they feel once they get that blue line wrapped around them. Yeah, they not part of y'all. They'll play like they part of y'all. You see them at barbecues and shit. Maybe see them on a roller skating ring with their kids and, hey, how's the husband and all that. They get real deep, but they not you. You better believe it. They are not you. Nope. I remember one time, my buddy was dealing with this girl. She was a police officer, and they was having their little issues, right? They was having little issues, disrespectful talk back and forth. And, she threw a party one time, and all the cop friends came over, and they happened to step on the side in the hallway, and they had a little heated conversation, and all of them surrounded him in like 15 seconds, ready to do the thing to him. Seriously. She had to tell him to stand down. They was ready to do him. And that was the day he left her alone. Let's go.
Her behavior, and I want the world to see. You got to put stuff like this on Facebook. Cam don't show everything. She got an attitude. She needs to be humble. Humble. At this point, I'm taking it 0 to 5,000. I got the camera on her. She really want my daddy to go to jail. She came here with an attitude like she gonna take somebody to jail and thought she was gonna use the white officers to do it. She thought she was gonna use the white police officers to take him to jail and violate his rights, but they did not do that.
Shout out to Charles Stark. He says, I'm in Dallas if I can help. Shout out to the resistance. Hey, man, Charles Stark, just putting that good information in the chat is enough for me. Pretty sure it's helping out for everybody in the stream as well. My man.
Humble themselves because God is in them. She got a lot of evilness in her. And she being exposed on the spot. She needs to be fired. She needs to be investigated. She needs to be investigated, terminated, prosecuted to the fullest. I bet you calls that she has went out on dealing with blacks, I bet you they end up going to jail.
Did you want to meet us at the hospital? Or
yes.
All right, we're going to be taking them to GPS Fort Worth, okay?
Shout out.
He's going to go to the hospital. They taking him to the hospital.
Shout out Charles Stark, Incorporation Doctrine 88.
Hospital, y'all.
It's probably going to be like 10, 15 minutes.
She escalated. They take him to the hospital. I'm here, and I am a certified mental health first responder. My rights is being violated. My dad could end up going with me. I can take it. Let me let y'all know this also. I'm certified for mental health. I didn't touch you. Don't you lie on me. I got you on Facebook. No, I'm a lady.
She turned it up. Listen to the blatant lie. Did we see this camera woman touch that police officer? Hell yeah, she turned it up. She better have turned it up because this officer could have smoothly made it seem like they could be on her right now. Head, limbs, all over, pinned to the floor because of a blatant lie that this officer told. So she turned it up as she should because she was a goddamn lie.
Let me let y'all know this also. I'm certified for mental health.
Don't touch you.
I didn't touch you. Don't you lie on me. I got you on Facebook. No, I'm a lady. You lied. I didn't touch you. I did not touch you. I didn't touch you. You are lying. Okay, no, she's not. Yes, she's not. No, she's not. No, she did not. Daddy, I'm gone. I'm gone. You're a liar. I'm gone. She's pretending to you. She's the main one, Daddy.
I don't know what she's done to you, but she was nice to me.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't lie. She lied on me and said I touched her. Told a lie. Don't you lie on me.
She did not say nothing to me.
She got a problem.
With you.
Because you got that badge and that gun on.
Yeah, right. The field.
She been the problem from day one when she walked in here. Didn't nobody touch you and you know it.
But she done me right. But whether she done me wrong, she done me right.
Don't sit up there and tell that lie.
You feel that.
She's a liar. She needs to be investigated.
She definitely lied on camera. Wow. And one more time. This lady's page on Facebook. Carol Harrison Lafayette. She knows her shit, too. She is on this police officer. Sergeant White. Carol Harrison Lafayette, community leader, activist, coach, fact finder at Community Step UP. Study at Reformed Theological Seminary in Houston. So she did some serious studying. Okay? She was at a seminary. So she was hitting them books hard. She know what she talking about. Carol Harrison Lafayette. Go check out on Facebook. Let her know the resistance sent you.
I bet you most black officers get arrested. She didn't lie and escalated it. You here for the wrong reason for officers at Arlington Police Department. Sergeant, she's here for the wrong reason. You here for the wrong reason. You are this disgrace to the Arlington Police Department, to Chief Jones.
Child's resistance level is futile. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. But she says Sergeant White should remove herself because she's just aggravating and triggering the father and the daughter. Yeah, there's no reason for her to be there. The daughter asked her to leave. It's a civil situation. You got medics making sure he get what he needs as far as medication, whatever. Probably hitting him with a little IV, shooting him with a couple shots of oxygen. The basic normal stuff. But there's no reason for her to be there. There's nobody that's injured. There was no crime. Once again, it's a civil matter. She should remove herself out the situation, her and her 3 blue stripes. Shout out's resistance level is futile.
You are a disgrace. She lied. You lied on me and said I hit you, I touched you.
And she should be held accountable for that because we've seen so many times how officers respond to lies. And how they jump on somebody, lies that aren't true, and they jump on them, all the way up to the point in killing them. We've seen it, especially here on the resistance platform. Oh yeah, we've seen it. And she needs to be held accountable for that, whether it's 2 weeks of training on how to deal with the public, desk duty, something needs to happen. You're just not able to be, shouldn't be able to be in your official capacity like that. Just spewing out lies. Oh, hell no.
No, I hold people accountable for their actions. No. I hold people accountable for their actions. I call them out the wrongdoing that officers do. I hold you accountable for your actions. Google me. Do the research on me. Investigate me. You think I'm playing? You need to be held accountable for your actions. I don't have anything. I have a place to stay.
No, I'm just making sure we got all the property. You good to go with the number?
She has been, Daddy, you gotta wipe the, let me get you a Kleenex. You got stuff around your mouth. Here, Daddy. Yeah, wipe your mouth. Yeah. Yes. I am. I'm on call. It's not just white officers. We need to quit telling this lie. Facebook, it's not just white officers. White officers are not the ones that's always violating rights. You got black officers, and I'm putting on the world. So
one of the reasons why I'm mirroring this live, because you got to show all the tyrants. In my book, all the gorillas have to show their ugly face. And I want to show as many of them as I can on this platform here, on Facebook, on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's joining in on me on Eyes on Blue Buzz, the backup channel to the Resistance on YouTube. Appreciate that. Please share. And everybody on Facebook as well. I got to show all they ugly mugs on my channel. Okay, y'all got to see who they are. I don't care if it reaches 2 or 3 people a day. I have to broadcast multiple times a day for you to see it, okay? And please share it and let everybody else know who's out for this type of content, real stuff, If you want to see kittens being born, you know where to go, okay? You want to see people slopping on chop suey, y'all know where to go to see that. If you want to see police officers violating within their official capacity, this is where you come to see it. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
So the world can see. I'm putting you on blast.
We heard you.
So the world can see.
We heard you.
You need to humble yourself, sister. God has been good to you. In the 20s, the 15s, people paved the way for you to be where you are in uniform. She is so disrespectful, unprofessional. And I don't even know how she became sergeant. And that's why we need more people holding people accountable for their actions, whether they be police officers, whether they be attorneys, whether they be prosecutors or judges. And that's what my job is. I would be afraid for her to come out on a call. I thank all of y'all, because she thought that you guys were going to do the dirt for her being black. And this was not a situation where nobody ended up shot, tasered, or anything, or went to jail. He's going to go to the hospital. But she escalated all this. And then want to tell that lie that I touched her. Come on. Come on. I don't know what. Here.
Let's shut it down. That's the end of that video right there. That was in Arlington, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. We just watched I cut about 6 minutes of it out. So we watched about 31 minutes, almost 32 minutes worth of footage. 6 minutes, give or take, I cut out of the video a little earlier because it was just pretty much dead footage. So let's just say 32 minutes of footage of these people redressing their grievance on a grassroots level. It was a civil situation between a motel and a 78-year-old who was occupying the motel. He had receipts that he could stay there for a whole extra day. The hotel, the management of the motel, they pretty much just dismissed that, called the police, and the police assisted with violating his constitutional rights. That goes on all the time. We see that with eviction, All types of crazy shit. Civil matters where police involve themselves or commit overreach. You know, like the sergeant, she should have been, just like when the lady, the daughter, who's the camera woman, who asked her to remove herself, she should have been rolled. Her ego kept her there. Okay? She felt some kind of way. And she just couldn't leave the scene. So, shit escalated, of course. People are mad. You keep seeing your ugly face around when there's no need for you to be there. The person's going to get upset. And she got her issue. I'm hoping that they went further than this. Once again, the channel, Carol Harrison Lafayette, Facebook. Appreciate everybody that rocked out with me tonight. I don't know, by vote, if y'all want to see me a little later, and I'm just going to go by the vote, don't necessarily mean I'm going to come through, but it's a heavy one in the chat, and I'll come back later. Child's resistant level is futile. Charles Stark. Look, resistor UK. Knowledge. Perfect Sense Resistor. Harold Shields. Appreciate y'all. John Denicola. Billy Johnson. Romy Ramsey. Princess Pie plays bass. I see y'all. Tim Lott, go Fives. Cajun Randy 214. Kyle Berrier. Joanne Washington. Shout outs to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's the resistance. They don't want y'all seeing it. I'm going to keep playing it. Y'all be safe. Hit the lights. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
It's a very psychological thing that's happening here.